so hopefully last week went well, so we're back for another round because staying safe and feeling good. So for today, the warm-up's going to be nice and quick. It's going to be some Spider-Mans with some twists, some Kang squats, which I'll explain, and some bird dogs, which I will also explain in the movement demo part. The bulk of the workout is going to be relatively long, kind of low and slow, like we talked about last week. So it's going to be air squats, up downs, which are kind of like a burpee, and then mountain climbers. Again, we'll go over all those movements later on. And then the last part with some core and some strength stuff, we're going to do some handstand stuff if you have some room, and if not, just some planks. And then we're going to do some side planks with some leg lifts as well. So let's get to the movement demo. Okay, so for the warm-up, you're going to do 3 rounds. The first movement is going to be 10 alternating Spider-Mans with a twist. So what you're going to do is come into a plank, and then from here, you're going to bring one leg up, and then you're going to twist and open your chest towards your knee. Alternate and twist, and you're just going to do 10 total. Okay? The next movement is a Kang squat. So a Kang squat is kind of like a deadlift and a bodyweight squat all in one. So what you're going to do is with your feet shoulder width, you're going to kind of hinge from your hips, warm up your hamstrings and your back, and then drop your butt and come into the bottom of a squat. On the way up, you're going to drive your hips up, and then lift and squeeze through your butt. So that's one. So here it is again. Squeeze the butt to finish. Okay. Last movement is a bird dog. So you're going to do 10. So it's just 10 total, 5 on each side. From here, you're going to come up, opposite arm, opposite leg, keeping your back nice and flat. Extend both. So just do 5 per side. Trying to keep your core engaged. Warm up your hips, warm up your shoulders a little bit. Make sure you keep that back nice and flat. Okay. At this point, hopefully you're warmed up and you're ready to go. So for the first part of the workout, this is relatively long. So the way that the rep scheme is going to work is we're going to all start off at 40 reps, and then you're going to go down to 30, 20, and end at 10 for all of the movements. If you feel really good and you're like, I want to work out for a little bit longer, I want to do more work, you can start at 50 reps of each movement. If you don't feel that great and you feel like the 40, 30, 20, 10 is already a lot, just start at 30 and do 30, 20, 10. And just again, the whole point of the workout is to move continuously the whole time. You're not supposed to sprint it. As the reps get lower, you might feel like you're going a little bit faster, which is okay, but you don't want to come out flying at the beginning of the workout. Just think about moving continuously and moving well for each movement. So the movements we're going to do are air squats, which we did last week, up downs, which like I said before is kind of a version of a burpee, and mountain climbers. Okay? So again, just to revisit the air squat, feet hip width apart, or hip to shoulder width apart, toes relatively pointed forward. Then you're going to send the hips back, keep the chest up nice and tall, come down as low as you can, and then drive up through your hips, right? Making sure your chest stays up nice and tall, right? So from here, driving through your hips. If you need to sit to your couch, a chair, whatever you need to, coffee table to kind of make sure your back stays nice and flat, make sure you do so. For the up downs, again, it's sort of like a burpee, just without the push-up. So from a standing position, you're going to come to both hands, feet shoot back into a plank position, feet up, stand all the way up. If you need to, hands down, step back, step up. Totally fine. Okay? So those are the first 2 movements, and the last movement are mountain climbers. So for the mountain climbers, just remember it's total reps. So it's 40 total reps. It's not 1 on each side is 1 rep, just think 40 total reps. So I'll count out loud as I do the movement. So for the mountain climbers, you're going to come into a plank, and then from here, you're driving that knee up towards your elbow. So if you move faster, it's kind of a little pulsating movement. So the counting is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth, all the way up. So remember, if you feel really good, start at 40 reps of each movement. So you'll do 40 air squats, 40 up downs, 40 mountain climbers, 30, 30, 30, 20, 20, 20, 10, 10, 10. If you feel great, start at 50. If 40 sounds like a lot, start at 30. All right, so hopefully the workout went all right. You're not dead. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun. You feel good. So the second part of the workout, we're going to do 4 sets. The first movement's going to be either working on planks, or if you're feeling really good even after the workout, some variations of some handstands that I'll show you. So you're gonna do that for about 15 to 30 seconds, just holding either a plank or some handstand variation. And then we're gonna do some side planks with a leg lift, 8 to 12 on each side. So you're just gonna do 4 sets where you're gonna alternate between those two. Not for time, just moving through them nice and slowly, okay? So, for the handstand plank portion of it, again, you're just picking a variation that you feel comfortable with that's also slightly challenging. So kind of play around with it and see what feels good, and then pick that and stick with it for all 4 sets. So, for the plank, if you normally feel like you're doing a plank on your knees, just try to do a 15 to 30 second plank on your feet, your hands and feet. Okay, so just try to upgrade whatever plank you're doing at the moment. If you feel like you can easily do a 30-second plank on your hands and your feet, then we want you to try some handstand variations. So these are wall-facing handstand variations. So you're gonna come down, hands on the floor, feet at the wall, and then from here, all you're gonna do is in a nice strong plank position, come up, and then you're gonna walk your feet up to the wall. From here, if you're already challenged, I just want you to hold this position. Elbows are locked out, head's nice and through, butt is squeezed, core is tight, and your back is nice and flat. If you feel really good, you can start to walk your hands closer to the wall. If you feel great, you can walk all the way to the wall, and then walk all the way back down, okay? So 15 to 30 seconds in whatever variation of that plank or handstand you feel like you can handle, okay? Just be careful, again, pick something that's slightly more challenging than what you normally do, but not overly crazy, okay? And then for the side plank and leg lifts, you're gonna come down into a side plank, forearm or hand for the side plank, doesn't matter. And then you're gonna come up here, nice strong position. You're gonna squeeze that butt on that top leg and lift up, come back down, okay? Again, squeeze that butt, lift up, come back down. Make sure you're not using the front part of your hip, but you're really squeezing your glute, lifting that leg up, controlled on the way back down. Don't worry about how high it goes. Just want to think slow and controlled, okay? So enjoy those, play around with it, see what feels good, and then we'll see you on Thursday.